Okay, guys, everybody out. One, two, two more. Two more. Two are out. Let's get out. Three and four. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to At Home with Holly. My name's Holly. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Today, somebody's excited. Today, we are going to be harvesting potatoes. And I'm excited about that because last year, I had always grown the potatoes in cloth, not cloth, what are they? Yeah, fabric pots. And last year, I had some field mice get in and eat right through those pots and eat all the potatoes, the white potatoes, the sweet potatoes, everything. So this year we switched over to the hard-sided pots, and I'm excited to see what we got. So I think we planted 3 varieties of white potatoes, and I'll pop those names up on the screen. And we also planted sweet potatoes in the hard-sided pots, so I'm excited about those. But today we're just going to be digging the white potatoes. The sweet potatoes have a much longer growing time, and they're not going to be done till basically like almost first frost. So today we're going to be doing the white potatoes, and I'm excited about it. So let me gather the supplies, and we'll get going. Okay, so here are our pots of the potatoes. 2 kinds have completely died back. One is almost all the way died back. I could give that variety another like week or 2, but they've been in there for way longer than I thought they were going to be. So we're going to go ahead and dig everybody up. I'm going to take that soil, that's potting soil, like bagged potting soil. So I'm going to take that, and normally I use it to like top off my beds or something like that, but I'm going to actually use it to, I'm going to take it, add some Trifecta Plus to it to kind of like recharge it, and then I'm going to fill up a second green stock with those, and then whatever's left, I'm going to top off that bed right there, because we're going to be planting some determinate tomatoes in that bed as well. So we're going to go ahead and get the tags out of here, get the tops cut off, and then I'm going to get 3 baskets so that I can separate all 3 varieties to see which one did the best and what we think of them. So I'm going to get the 3 baskets set up. I'm going to cut the tops off of the remaining plants, pull out the tags, and then get going. So in hindsight, the ones that hadn't fully completely fallen over dead yet, I probably should have left those in the ground for another 2 weeks. Would have gotten an even higher yield of the Elba potatoes, because that's what they were. But I think it worked out just fine, and I've got plenty for Olivia and myself to make it through the year. Okay, I guess the first one we'll do is the grocery store potatoes. So these are organic potatoes from my local Kroger. Their brand is Simple Truth. So I've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just got 4 pots of that. Ooh. Well, right off the bat, we've got a lot more than we had last year with the mice. This one is our seed potato. That's why it's rotting. So There's definitely still a lot of life left in the potting soil that was used in these little pots. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of Trifecta Plus, which is my favorite organic all-purpose fertilizer from MI Gardener, and then get these in the green stock levels and also top off some of the beds. A little bit of sawdust that I use for mulch, that doesn't really matter at all. We're just going to mix that right in as organic material. So these were the grocery store potatoes, and these did great. Like really, really well. You don't know what variety. All it says is russet. So yeah, I'm super happy with these. Some of them are smaller, but they still are gonna taste great. And I'm super happy with how they're doing. Be interesting when we're all done to see how they compare to the purchased seed potatoes. But so far, I'm super happy with these and how they're doing. Still got one more pot to go. So these performed great so far. All right, so the next one we're going to do is the Caribou russet. So these next two, well, I did 3 types of potatoes. I did the Kroger brand Simple Truth organic russet. I did the Caribou russet, and then I did the Elba potato, which is like kind of like an improved Kennebec. So these next 1, 2, 3, 4 are going to be the Caribou russet. So far, so good. These kind of look just like the grocery store ones, if I'm being honest. Okay, there was not very many in that first bucket. There were a lot of potato skins though, almost like something ate them. But we'll see. I don't think something would eat just the skins. Usually the skins mean that was the seed potato. So they just might not have had the best yield. So that's the first bucket. These were also the ones that were tucked in the back, so they didn't get as much sun. I don't know. I don't know that that has anything to do with it either. But we'll keep taking a look. That's why I love doing these experiments every year, seeing which one, ooh, this one was a good one, seeing which variety yields the best for my garden, because everybody's garden is different and every place in the garden may have a little different microclimate basically. You know, mine are up here against my fence, so they get full sun, but they also get plenty of shade in the evening, as opposed to growing them, you know, out in a field where they would have no shade. You know, just don't know. There's another seed potato. Yep, I'm throwing my seed potatoes over the fence. Oops, dropping soil on the ground. Well, this second bucket was way better than the first one, so definitely keep that in mind. Oops, tossed it in the wrong place. Oops. Ugh. There we go. All right, 2 buckets down. I'm gonna fill up some green stalks to get rid of this soil. I think one of my favorite parts about gardening is that you never know everything. There's always something to learn. And this year I had quite a few lessons. So my first big lesson is when I first planted the seed potatoes, I really heavily watered them because last year and the year before that, I didn't water them enough. I felt like they were constantly dry. And so this year I was committed to watering them more. Well, I did that right from the get-go, and the seed potatoes actually rotted. And so I need to be careful watering the first few weeks until they've already poked through and I can see the green coming through, and then I can resume heavy watering activities. But that was the first thing. And then the second thing is, as much as it's fun to order all the different types of seed potatoes and all that kind of stuff, for my little family and for what we need, the best bang for our buck is going to be getting the Kroger brand or any store brand organic russet potatoes, because they grow just as fine as the fancy ones from the seed potato places. And then one type of either Kennebec or Elba. And I can get those from my local, tractor supply or farm store near me. And that is going to grow enough potatoes for myself and my small family for the whole year. So, less than $10 in and being able to get a year's worth of potatoes. And I love that. So I love these green stalks for growing vertically. This was my first year using them, and I did strawberries in the first one, and I'm gonna put strawberries in this one too. It was just really nice to not have to deal with like slugs or anything like that, and to be able to pick them without having to bend over and dig through stuff. So the plan is to fill up this one with strawberries as well. I know Green Stalk's having a big sale right now, and you can use the link in the description to get an extra $10 off with my link. But even if the sale is over, you can always use that link to get an extra $10 off. And I love these. Oops. So you just water from this top one and it all drips down through the whole thing. So I went ahead and topped off this bed right here, and also this bed right here that has some determinate tomatoes that we're going to plant up probably tomorrow. And here's the results of what we did. So this first bin is the Caribou russets, the seed potatoes that we did. We did 4 pots of these. The second bin is the Simple Truth, the Kroger brand, store brand, russet potatoes. We did 4 pots of those. And then this next one is the Elba, and that's supposed to be the improved Kennebec, and we did 7 pots of those. So I do have more Elba than anything, which is great because these are like storage potatoes and they last a long time. These russets, I usually make twice baked potatoes and freeze them already done so that I can, for an easy side for a dinner. However, per pound, I'm thinking the Simple Truth, because we did almost half, we planted about half as many, and they have the same amount as the Elba. And then this one didn't do great. It could have been inconsistent watering on my part, could have been the pots that were more exposed to the wind coming through here, dried out quicker. Lots of reasons why it could be this way, but definitely a good bang for your buck just using the Kroger brand organic potatoes. So I've got everybody unloaded, and my crates fold back up so they can just be stacked and ready to go for the next garden harvest. Sorry for the noise of the fan, but I let them dry out in the sun all day the first day, and now I have them actually on our seed starting shelves with some cardboard underneath, single file, single layer. So the top 2 are the Simple Truth, the next 2 are the Elbas, And then the bottom one is the Caribou russet, and they are kitty kitty approved. So they are going to stay down here with the lights off in this room because this is the coolest room in the house, but not freezing. And they are going to be in the dark, cool place, and they will store for several months this way. So I'm excited about our harvest. I know what I would do differently this next time, and I'm glad for what I did differently between the hard-sided pots and the fabric pots for sure. Also, I just saw this, and I want you guys to see it too. Where did it go? Do you guys see what's in there? Can you see that gourd? Look at this guy. He's looking good. He's looking real good. Anyway, I'm hot and sweaty. It's almost 90 degrees. I gotta get those chicks inside. So I want to say thank you so much for all the likes and the comments and the shares. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. We have a whole lot more growing and preserving and fun projects coming up. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. Chickies, we gotta go inside, huh? Is it hot? We gotta get you inside. All right, gotta get these guys inside. Bye, friend.